to be invited as a guest of this very important occasion. I used to be TSM president in my province before, in 2005 to 2006. And my first time to come to Port Moresby was one of the TSM crusade that was held in this the same forum. And that was my first experience to get on a plane and come to Port Moresby. The second time was I came to as a student for PNG, and then I graduated in 2010. And then I became who I am now. But that's a little bit of my experience. But we usually invite others to speak at a TSM program like this one. But I'm happy to be the guest as one of the members and pioneers of TSM. So I feel honored and blessed to be a guest, and I can speak to the next coming generations as a leader. I'm going to say, I won't take much, but I prepared a very important message today. Basically, we will uncover some of the kingdom principles that we can utilize. We cannot, most of the time we see that we put God in the church settings and religion settings, and then when we come out of the church after Sabbath or Sunday, when we go back to our classrooms or workplace or business, we become different human beings. We don't apply the Bible in the workplace at the classroom. But Bible is not another religious document. It is a blueprint of how to run the universe, the planet Earth that we live, manage the resources, how to run government, how to run business, how to run family. Whatever sphere that God has put you in, there's a biblical principles that you can apply. Too many corruption, too many bad things happening in this country and this world because we are not applying the principles of God. That's why I will disclose 6 of them, tonight 3 and tomorrow 3. So I hope you are ready to take notes and then make this principle yours. So we want to make, God is a universal God. God started the government system, economic, whatever system that we have on this planet Earth is started by God. God is the source and God is the owner. Without God, there is no government. Without God, there is no economy. Without God, there is no business, there is no qualifications. He is the author and the finisher of everything that we see and experience on this planet Earth, including Papua New Guinea. So tonight, I will talk about 3 principles that governs the life on earth. 3 principles that governs the life on the earth. We have to take these 3 principles seriously, and then we must apply at whatever calling that Lord will put you. After this place, you go back to, you study on business, or you become an employee, or you become a politician, or you become prime minister, whoever that God has prepared for you to become in the future. You need to apply these principles in your life. If we are guided, but because God's Bible principles are universal and they are timeless. It was applied in the times of ancient days, and it's also active today, and it's gonna stay active until end of the world, end of this universe. So they are universal. As long as God is infinite, His principles are infinite as well. It is applicable in any settings that we need to apply. So when God is not in the midst of what we are doing, we struggle a lot in business, in everything, even as a country. We will based on 3 scriptures as a foundational scriptures, and then we will discuss through these 3 principles. Hosea 4 verse 6, Genesis 1, 26 to 28, Matthew 22, 37 to 39. The 3 principles that governs the life on planet Earth. I'm not going to read the whole books, but I will go into the actual messages and discover some of the unclose, some of the points that I discovered in these three books. You know, every human being that born into this planet Earth, they comes with purpose. They're equipped with potential, and they are attached to a divine assignment. Don't think that you're born without purpose, without potential. We were in the mind of God before He sent us to this country. You didn't choose your parents. You didn't choose your siblings. You didn't choose your tribe, your clans. But God chose it for you because He knew that you have a potential, you have a purpose, and you have a divine assignment attached to your life. That's why sometimes we don't like ourselves because we are black and we are Papua New Guineans. We want to be like Australians and Americans, no, all other countries. But God put them there. God put us here in Papua New Guinea. So we are not going to be like them. We have to be Papua New Guineans to transform Papua New Guinea. That is the whole purpose why God created us. So we have a purpose, we have potential, and we have divine attachment, that divine mission that attached to our life, which we need to discover. So the three principles that we will discuss further tonight. Number one is, you must know who God is. You must know who God is. Number two, you must know who you are. Number three, you must know your responsibility. So when you know who God is, you establish yourself to the source. God is the source. So you must know your source. We never belongs to our tribes and clans or all these small groupings that we create ourselves. We came from God. And God is our source. And you must know that always. And you must know who you are. So when you know who you are, you establish your identity. And you must know your responsibility, because when you start knowing your responsibility, you establish your divine assignment. Why God sent you here. Why God put you in this village, in this city, in this school, in this faculty. Whatever space that we create on planet Earth, where God puts you there, you have a divine assignment to deliver. So first thing, you must know who God is, who you are. Once you know your identity, you know, every time we come to school or go to some other places, say, I want to go home. Is it true? I miss home. You know that you belong to that home, your village, your province. Sometimes I travel out of the country, I miss Papua New Guinea, because that's where my identity is. I discovered myself as Papua New Guinean. But we are more than Papua New Guineans. We are more than whatever people call us. So some of the identities, what devil does is he manipulates us to think and give us a fake identity so that you lose focus. So as soon as you take your identity and then throw it away, he can easily knock you down. So you must know your identity and your responsibility and your purpose. Some of you will be leaders in this great country. You will be managing resources. You'll be managing finances, millions, billions. But when you root yourself in these principles, you know what to deliver. Let's address the number one principle. You must know who God is. Daniel 11 verse 32 says that people who know their God shall be strong, and nothing will resist them. Even the evil king will not manipulate people who know who their God is. Not even money will tempt them to go astray or look aside. You must know, when you know your God better, everything that comes in your way, you are able to manage it. You are able to control it. You are able to deliver it. So you can never be effectively doing what you're supposed to do if you don't know your God. We will never be strong to resist. So when we ask, you must know your God. Number one, something you must remember, God is a creator. God is the creator. He created this vast universe in just 6 days. And He hid those minerals, gold, silvers, and everything that we are looking for and hunting for and craving for, God created them for us. And He is the creator. And He is the source, because He's the creator. He created things out of nothing. So He's our creator. If you don't know the source, you will mismanage the resources. What resources God has entrusted to us, we will mismanage it because we don't know the source. He's the creator. Number two, you must know that God is king. He has a kingdom and He's a king. He's a ruler. It's not a mere superhuman like ordinary people or just some kind of magicians. He is king and he has a government. He heads a government. He is a king. Whatever king says becomes laws. Kings can give you life and king can take your life. That's how king operates. He is a king. His kingdom rules over all the kingdoms on this planet Earth. All the governments, all the prime ministers, whatever authorities on this planet Earth, in the universe, God's authority is the highest. They all operate beneath God's authority. So God is the ultimate power. God is the ultimate last power of all the authorities. So we must know that the God, our source, is a creator and He's a king. Number three, something you must know when you want to understand your God. God is a Father. He's not just a God. He's a sweet Father. He's a loving Father. Most of the time we think when we commit sin or do something, we feel scared and then we treat God as one of the tyrant, killer, murderer, very unapproachable person. No, don't think God in our limited mind. He's a Father. He's a loving Father. As a Father, He wants to establish relationship with us. He prefers relationship. Then respect and do something out of fear. We don't fear our fathers. We love them. They love us. We have a relationship. God wants us to have a permanent relationship with us as His children. That's why our Father gave us an identity. He gave us an inheritance. He gave us instruction, which is everything in the Bible that we carry around. Because He loves us. And not just the Father, for He is a holy God. So we cannot mess with our Father. He's a holy God. He's expecting His sons and daughters to live like Him. He sets standards for characters, attitudes, everything according to His standards. So His expectation is expecting us to be holy as well. So everything He does It's perfect. It's out of love. You know, I like Moses. He's the kind of person who asks a lot of questions. And he's something that I like, my role model that I look up to. Try to be leader, try to be many things. But I like about Moses because he has many questions about God. Some of the biblical characters, they just get one command and go, but God, Moses, he go back and come and ask as many questions as possible. So this Moses, he has, okay, you are sending me to lead these children of Israel of yours, but what is your name? And God said, I am who I am. Meaning is present forever. I am eternal. I am everlasting. I am infinite. I'm not limited by time and space. You cannot confine me. I am who I am. I am greater. Your Father is greater. I operate outside of time. I operate outside of space. That is your Father. You should trust me safely. You should depend on me safely. So when I ask you to go to Egypt, you better go because nothing will happen to you. I will provide everything that you need. All you have to do is just trust me. Know that I'm your Father, will be by your side. Let's go to the second principle. That is, you must know who you are. So everyone know who God is? It's easy. The second principle, you must know who you are. So Psalms 8 verse 4, David has this question. What is man that you are mindful of? So God always, everything that is written on the book of Bible from Genesis to Revelation is all about human being. Nothing else. All about human being. Their flaws, God's strategy to rescue them, reconciliations, forgiveness, disobedience, everything about human being. We are so special in the eyes of our Father. So special. So when you try to understand who you are, you must know that number one, you are made in God's image. You and I are made in God's image. Last night, me and wife were talking and I said, you look more like your mother. And as she was arguing and she said, no, I look more like my father. We said, sorry to God. We are not like them. God created us to be like himself. You don't look like your father, but you like the Father above. God created us in his own image. So you carry God's nature, creativity, and authority. So when you see a model, like we don't see elephants around here, but if there's some model elephants here, that elephant in Africa and the model in Papua New Guinea, they will carry the same features. They will look alike. God the Creator created us. We carry his nature of creativity and authority. That's why God created things out of nothing. Man created things out of things. We can create jewelry out of the gold that is in our land. We can create books out of the trees. We can create bags and shoes out of the crocodile skins. We create things out of things because we carry the creative power of our Creator. So why we are so poor in this country all the time? God has hidden all the treasures in our land. There are too many gold minings and oil minings and whatever things that are happening in this country, yet we remain poor all the time. We import clothes, we import shoe, we import apples, pineapples. Everything that God has put in our land, we are importing from other countries. Why? Where is your creativity power? We need to go back to the source. Find our Father. Reconcile with Him. Establish the right relationship. Ask Him, how can I change my gold into something else? How can I change all the rocks into building vehicles? How can we convert all the oils into fuels and diesels and all these things that this country needs? We have the creativity power that God has given on us. It's not out there. It's not in the white skin. It's not in the other people's body. It is in you. Discover it. Find it. And build this country. We need to apply God's principles in running our country. Running our business. Because God says, I made you more like myself. You can teach your body to do anything and the body will just pick up and do it. You know, if you don't know how to do yoga, you just go to yoga class or something and then you try it, your body will just flexibly fit into that, blend into that. Train your body, everything is in there. Make your mind work, the creativity work. Think beyond the classrooms, think beyond hospitals. Think beyond the walls that people has put on. We are never to be boxed in one cage alone. Never let your qualification be a cage and lock yourself in there. You can do more than that because you are the sons and daughters of God. We carry the image of God. And when you want to know your identity and know yourself, number 2, you are the child of God. You are not by an accident. If your parents say you're born by accident, I didn't plan for you and you came up like this, that's your parents' business. How you think? I don't care. God sent me for a purpose. You can complain how many times you want to complain. You can keep on complaining. I know that God created me. I got all the opportunities to live outside of my country and enjoy those kingdoms and cities on heaven on earth that were created by others. But my spirit don't like that. You have a mission to accomplish in Papua New Guinea. You have to live in Papua New Guinea. You have to do something in Papua New Guinea, because if you don't do it, there's no one will do it. If you don't do it, who's going to come and do it for you? You are the child of God. You are not born accident. You are born with purpose, potential, with divine assignment. We need to find that and make it work. Papua New Guinea needs you. Our siblings need us. Our people living in the village needs us. We have to know who we are. And we have to know who is our source. Number 3, when you try to understand yourself, Bible says that you are royal priesthood. I love that. I love that. As a royal priesthood, you carry double authority. Spiritual authority and earthly authority as well. You walk into office with double authority. You go to parliament with double authority. You walk in the streets with double authority, because you are not just what devil say who you are. You are what God says who you are. You are royal priesthood. So you walked with double authority. You can transform your country and you can transform the lives of those people who will go to heaven. You are the leader of both physical world and the spiritual world as well. You carry 2 authority around. Don't let the devil take that identity when you say you are boombox generations. I'm not a boombox generation. Are you? I carry double portion of authority. That's who we are. That's what your father wants you to be. And listen to this, number 4. You are an ambassador. You represent heaven on earth and head to heaven. You know, man will player, but the devil can kick you around. We are ambassadors. We represent the government of heaven on earth, and we represent the needs of our country and the church to the government of heaven. Because we carry 2 double powers around, we carry 2 responsibilities as well. We represent the needs of this country. That is why we keep on praying. We keep on praying. God, can you see this? Now sometimes we have to stop praying and start doing it. We can be like Ruth. She was a foreigner in the land of Israel. But she put all the shame and all this insecurity feeling, and she went to the field that was owned by Boaz. And then God met her there. When you are moving, God will meet you in your motion. Don't just keep on praying and praying. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a CEO. I want to be this and that. You get out and do it. Everything that you need is in you. Everything that we need is in this country. God will meet you on the way when you move. We have to move. And you are God's workmanship. Ephesians 2 verse 10. You are designed for good work. You are not designed for bad work. You are designed for good work because you are God's workmanship. Don't let you being used by the devil to accomplish his mission. Your value and standard can never be bought. You are built and made to do good things. So when somebody comes to bribe you, this is not how God made me. I'm God's workmanship. This is not a good work. This is a bad work. It could be someone else. I'm not responsible for this one. In my business, I don't give cards to customers. People want to come and do cards with me, you go and go elsewhere. Maybe to whatever businesses that you see fit for you to get cards. You have to be the doer of goods, no matter what. We are not here to survive. We are here to set standard and build legacies that our children will follow. We are here to build systems. We are not here so that people can push us around to benefit themselves, but doing good. God made us to do good. Never let yourself be used for bad purposes, because you know who you are. If devil comes in and says, everything is corrupt, you cannot get a job, you know yourself. You are nobody. That's why you have to establish your identity first. Tell devil, I'm not this person. And I know my God. You cannot use me. My Father is watching. And my Father loves me. He's gonna create a door for me. Not money will create a door for me. Not peers will create a doors for me or opportunities for me. God will create it. I am God's child. I am God's ambassador. I am my Father's workmanship. Let's go to the third principles. I think that's the last one. Third is not your responsibility, your divine assignment. Luke 12 verse 42, to whom much is given, much is required. If you are given a first degree, you have to deliver according to that level of degree. If you are given a master's degree, you have to deliver according to that degree. If you are given a CEO position, you must deliver according to that position. If you are given a prime minister's position, you have to deliver according to that position. When much is given, much is expected by our Father. One day we will report to you. So when God gives you the opportunity, you have to do things to please Him. And not yourself, not your cronies, not your clansmen, your tribesmen. You have to live to please God, not please any man. Because you have a divine assignment. That's why God is putting you in that department. That's why God is giving you these qualifications. That's why God is giving us this marketplace where Brave Group can be a different. We are fighting for economic independence. We are talking about application of God's principles in the marketplace. God is bigger than money, bigger than connection, bigger than some people's legacies or deity or whatever that people have long established ago. My God is bigger. My God is greater. We cannot put our God in the church and then the Monday to Friday or Saturday we become somebody else. No, the God that we worship in this church must be worshipped in the marketplace. That's your responsibility. That's why God created us. So when God entrusted you with something, you must deliver according to God's expectation. Even if no one is watching you. Even if everything is easy for you to access it. It's not for you to touch it and abuse it. You know that your Father is watching. You are executing a divine assignment in that office, in that district, in that business. One thing you need to know when you try to understand your responsibility, we must love God first and love the people. Love God and then love the people. When you love God too much, you will love people too much as well. When you love God, there's no discrimination. There's no class system. There's no racism. There's no all these things, people that we label. You will treat everyone equally and fairly. Because the love of God will be now translated to loving people. It is the greatest commandment, Matthew 20:37 to 39. It's the first that covers all the laws in the book of Bible. And number two things that you need to know. When you want to understand your responsibility, number two thing is you are made to rule and steward the earth. Genesis 1:28. God gave us the dominion power. Dominion power is not to dominate and control and abuse things. Dominion power is to be a responsible leader. You must be a responsible leader. You must deliver according to what is expected of you. When God put you in authority position, decision-making power, it's not for you to abuse it and use it for your self-benefit. It is a divine assignment. You must be a responsible leader. You will be leading this country one day, leading your organization. But you must always know that you have a divine assignment, that is to lead responsibly. Not to use that leadership position to enrich yourself while others are suffering. while others are struggling and even not even doing something, and then you just denying and telling more lies. Our God is watching everything that we are doing. You must be a good steward. Resources that are entrusted on us, people that are entrusted to us by God, you must be a good protector. You must be a good shepherd that will bring glory and honor to our Father. Number 3, something that you need to know: we represent God's kingdom. We don't represent our tribesmen or clansmen or our provinces or district. We represent the higher authority on earth. We represent God's kingdom on earth. God's principles must be applied in all the sectors that you will be occupying. Because we represent our Father, our source. So bring heaven's culture on earth system. That is our mission. You know, people are building, saying like, you know, some of the countries we said they are heaven on earth. True, huh? They're heaven on earth. Who created heaven on earth? The people created that heaven on earth. And then some of us are now seeing immigrations, embassy office, lining up in the hot sun, trying to go to heaven created by someone else. Healing system created by someone else. Medicine created by someone else. Schools created by someone else. Shame on us, as if God didn't create us maybe inferiorly than them. No. Same God who created them, He created us as well. We have to build our own system in our country. That is why God choose your parents, tribes, clan, skin color, everything, and He put us in Papua New Guinea. And we are Papua New Guineans. Let's not go and look for healing in India or Australia. Many countries that we are going, we have to build our hospitals here. We have to build our schools here. We have to build our financial system here. Everything that we need to build here, we have to build it. Being the son of God, being the daughter of God. Number 4, use your gifts to serve. 1 Peter 4:10. Gifts are for service, not for self-promotion. God has given us lots of gifts through education, through other means, self-learning, and you are born talented to use those gifts to help others, build others, support others, and serve God's kingdom. We must not use our gift to abuse people and destroy the country, destroy societies. But God has given us gift to serve, not to bring destructions. Next point, when you want to know your responsibility, you are made to make more disciples. If you want more entrepreneurs in Papua New Guinea, you have to make them. Not God gonna perform miracle and there are lots of entrepreneurs going. We have to fund it, we have to mentor them, we have to guide them, we have to sponsor them so they become entrepreneurs. If you want more doctors in this country, we have to make them, support them, teachers, everything. We have to build more disciples. We are not building disciples. Our schools are just operating on without resources. We are not building disciples. We need to build disciples. The next generation is the most important generation that we need to build. That's why I put lots of free information, how to start business, steps to start business, all these things for free. While others are charging 600, 700 kina for every workshop, I give it for free. Because I want to see whoever picks up and help himself or herself can be an entrepreneur, be a successful person. We can't use those gifts and talent to benefit ourselves. That's what God says. Gifts and talents need to be shared with others so that we create more entrepreneurs. You know, how can we transform Papua New Guinea when we are making some part of the country suffer with budgets and all that thing? This politician never support me, so I don't have to fund this. What are you doing? Some will not line that you are looking after another people. We have to build this country as a united force. Put our resources together. Support one another. Don't say this, we hangers on this side and Western Islanders on this side and these people on this side and that people on that side. Papua New Guinea is bigger than us. God's divine calling and mission for this country is bigger than ourselves. We have to ask God, what can I do with this position, these qualifications? And God will tell you what to do. Final and last thing, when you want to understand your responsibility, walk in holiness. Always walk with honesty and integrity. Trust is the glue, very, very special thing. When you walk with honesty and integrity, some of my suppliers, what they do is like, you know, as soon as they establish trust with me, they can just, it's easy. Anything I ask, they just send, even without me paying them to. Because they trust, they know that I will pay their money. Because when you walk with integrity and honesty, things will just fall in line. Because trust is the most important thing that you must never abuse. When people entrust you with responsibility or give you something or run them or be their leader, don't abuse it. Trust is very, very important thing. Never break the trust. Trust will open doors that you will never open it. Your qualification will never open. The trust opens. Honesty and integrity are most important element that we must practice, carry in our life. So when people trust you, there's no problem doing business with you. You are welcome in their houses, in their offices. You are friends with many friends. Even the strangers will start to reach out to you because they trust you. In PNG, we have lots of trust issues. But this generation, your generation, my generation must be different than past generations. We must be kingdom leaders, kingdom CEOs, kingdom business owners, kingdom politicians, kingdom prime ministers. Enough of devil push us around, being his agent, putting his fake identity on our face, and then we walk like something different from what God has created us. So walk in holiness and integrity. Character is part of our calling. Character is part of our calling. Build character. If you have attitude issue with bigger qualifications, I tell you, you'll never get a job. If you want to do business with some of this reputable company, they will not do business with you. Build the character that God's character in our life. Not our parents, not our squads, not celebrities. We have to build God's character in our life. We are the salt and light of this planet Earth. We, on the team, we said that we declare the light has come. The light of God will shine in our life and then let others see. The dark world see. We go out and light up the darkest part of this country and office and whenever people are going. We must carry this light. That is, walk in holiness. Be like Joseph. Even in the pit, he remained righteous. In the prison, he remained righteous. Even he became king, he became righteous. He remained righteous forever. He knew his God, and he knew his responsibility. He knew his divine mission. In this, God is totally awesome God. Nobody in this planet in this modern era, Papua New Guinean will go and then become a Prime Minister of Australia. But God can make it happen. Joseph was a Israelite. He became the governor in Egypt. See how powerful God is. That is your father. God can do things that you and I can never imagine or plan in our life. God will open opportunities, doors that you don't be thinking long. God will give you people that you thought these people will never come in your life. That is our Father. Depend on Him safely. Trust Him safely. And walk with Him all the time. Walk with Him all the time. Devil will press us every day, but he's not allowed to destroy us. He's not a destroyer too. So don't feel scared of man and devil and you follow them. You have a bigger God who is your Father, and He's a King and He's a judge, ready to protect you, ready to guide us. So when we know who God is, we gain our foundation already, unshakable foundation. We know that our God, He will come and rescue me anytime. When our bills are accumulating up, me and my wife, we don't go around and ask for people to come and help us. We sit down and pray, know that our Father will come and rescue us. Because we know our Father. We have established our foundation already. God is our foundation. It's an unshakable foundation. Devil can never move Him to. He will open doors for you. Establish the right relationship with the Father, and your job doors will be open. Business doors will be open. Whatever you are dreaming and praying for will be open. Get to the source. Know your foundation. Get your roots deeper in God. And then we will walk and move with God. When you know who you are, you have already known that your identity already. You know who you are already. So when devil come and say, you this and that, no, I'm not this. I am who God says who I am. Pelajaran ini yang this is a corrupt man, or this is a weak man, you know, kind of something all over label himself. But God's identity that He has given to us is totally different. Find your identity. Find your foundation, and then start your life. And when you know your responsibility, you already gain the directions where you want to go. Which direction you want to go, you already knew it. It's already in your head. Even if you don't write it, it's already up there. You already knew it, where to go, what to do, what are the next steps to do. We need to know who God is, who you are, and your responsibilities. Once you lock this up, once you understand these principles correctly, you will never be moved by anything. These three principles produce a life that impacts society, the life that impacts regions, the life that impacts whatever area that God puts you in. We have to understand them. We have to apply them in our life. So tonight we cover three principles. I'm finished now. And tomorrow I'll give you three principles as well. Let's stand and let's pray.